Chapter 314, Fiasco. In the cultivation realm, a cultivator's spells are based on the 5 attributes of gold, wood, water, fire and earth as their fundamentals. In addition, there are also secondary attributes such as thunder, wind and ice. And the power manifested from these attributes is the most basic power. Emperor Dan opened a window to a new world for Kangchon. His eyes flashed and said, comprehending the essence of attributes. That is the Zhuanao one, vast and endless, exhausting a lifetime. Will not be able to comprehend all of them. You'd better choose a path you are suitable to walk down. Arcane Arcana, Kangchon pondered, from the inheritance of the Power God Temple. He knew that he had to comprehend the Arcane Arcana of Force in order to break through to the 5th layer of the 9 Revolutions Arcane Technique. These were originally intended to wait until you were promoted to the Divine Separation stage before telling you. But since you already know about it, the old man will talk to you about it in advance. Emperor Dan continued, I'm an alchemist, and the most important thing for an alchemist is the fire of alchemy, so I've comprehended the fire arcana. I don't know what arcane axiom you will comprehend in the future, but I can briefly talk to you about the arcane axiom of fire, so that you will have an understanding of the arcane axiom together. Kangchon was instantly refreshed and listened carefully. Each arcane eon is generally divided into 3 levels. Only a few arcane eons have 4 or 5 levels, and my fire arcane eon is 3 levels. Firstly, the temperature of fire. The first time I came into contact with fire, what I felt was the temperature of fire. That kind of blazing, high temperature that can melt everything. Comprehending this one level, my fire arcane axiom has become a small success. Emperor Dan finished speaking and looked towards the contemplative Kangchon. Kangchon slowly closed his eyes, and his mind fell into thought. The temperature of fire. The temperature of fire is the essence of temperature. I want to comprehend the arcana of force. Do I also need to understand the essence of power? So this is the arcana. Opening his eyes again, Kangchon's eyes were much brighter. Emperor Dan nodded appreciatively and continued. The second level of the arcane axiom of fire. I comprehend the nothingness of fire. A great fire burns through, a void, any life, in front of the flames, is so pale. The third level. What I comprehend is the fierceness of fire, the raging and violent nature of the flames. The waves of fire rolling over, swallowing the sky and devouring the earth, burning everything. Emperor Dan said no more. Kangchon closed his eyes again, comprehending the Dan Emperor's fire arcana, and it suddenly occurred to him that back when he first met Elder Senior Brother, the place where Elder Senior Brother was a world of ice and snow. Then, what Elder Senior Brother had comprehended must be the arcane eon of ice. The second Elder Brother was the most accomplished in the 9-turn Zhuanggong. He should have comprehended the arcane eons of force. I should have known that. I should have asked him in the first place. Kangchon had some regrets. Now he didn't know where to find the second Elder Brother. Even the Master Teacher, the Law Enforcement Elder, was also a god. It was hard to find them to ask. It seems that everything depends on oneself. I don't believe that I can't comprehend the arcane mysteries of force. A flash of stubbornness flashed in Kangchon's eyes. Boom! Right at this moment, a huge treasure ship came towards the mountain peak, where they were at extreme speed. The space vibration caused by the speed caused Kangchon and the others to immediately know that the enemy was coming. There's an enemy. Everyone be careful. Get ready to fight. Wang Tao immediately shouted, his face filled with gravity, as he then sent his divine thoughts out of his body, exploring towards the enemy treasure ship. Boom! Without waiting for his divine thoughts to approach, a massive divine thought launched itself at him. The matchless divine thoughts that were like a flood directly swept across the void, shaking the heavens and the earth. Pfft! Huang Tao instantly suffered a heavy blow. His body flew out backwards, his eyes filled with shock. Be careful. It's an out-breathing stage seal king powerhouse. Under the augmentation of the powerful god talisman, his strength was comparable to the peak of the outbreathing stage. And the only person who could instantly repel his divine thoughts was an outbreathing stage seal, King Powerhouse. Out-of-body stage seal king. The Heaven's Path sect disciples' faces all changed when they heard this. Kang Chon also stood up at this moment, his eyes staring fiercely at the treasure ship flying extremely fast in the distance, his face incomparably gloomy. It's him. How did he come here? How did he know that we didn't leave? Having fought once, he remembered Lu Hai's aura, so he instantly knew that the person coming was Lu Hai. And it wasn't just Lu Hai. There were hundreds of people on top of that treasure ship, 3 of which were strong at the outblood stage. What made Kang Chon puzzled was how Lu Hai could appear at this time, looking at the destination of the other party. It was obvious that he came to find him. Just why did the other party know that he had not left this place? One must know that in the battlefield of the righteous devil, no matter who it was, after just one battle, they would all shift their positions. Lu Hai should understand this. How could he still come here to look for him? This was obviously expected. Could it be? Suddenly, Kang Chon's eyes shrunk. He thought of a reason. That is, he didn't repel Lu Hai in the first place. The other party was faking to escape, but in reality, he was hiding in a place, secretly observing them. Now that Lu Hai had recovered from his injuries and had brought a group of people with him, it was obvious that he had come to take revenge. Is this the wisdom of these old guys who have lived for hundreds of years? Kang Chon snorted coldly, his eyes getting a little heavy. Rumble, the sky shook, thunder roared, and a huge treasure ship stopped in the sky above the mountain peak. And from above ********, hundreds of figures emerged, surrounding Kang Chon and the others. Ha ha ha. Are you guys digging quite fast? It's a pity. With a long laugh, Lu Hai stepped into the air, and behind him, there were 4 devil disciples. One of them was a black-clothed youth at the Yuanying stage level, and the other 3 were out-of-body stage powerhouses. Lu Hai slowly descended. His eyes looked at Kang Chon with a grim gaze, and said grimly, "It's a pity that it's cheap for us, kid. Last time I was injured and had to retreat. This time you're ready to die. Killing a genius like you must be a lot of military honors." Kang Chon's ignored him. At the moment his gaze was locked on the black-clothed youth behind Lu Hai. A hint of surprise flashed in his eyes. That black-clothed youth was also looking at him, with the same incredulity in his eyes, as well as a surging battle intent. Black Demon King, Hegemonic Emperor Kang Chon. The two spoke almost simultaneously. Lu Hai also noticed the difference at this moment. He was surprised and said, "Junior brother, you guys know each other?" "Know each other? Of course I know each other. He's the supreme of the spirit sealing space. Even Demon Heaven has suffered a loss at his hands." The Black Demon King's scorching gaze looked towards Kang Chon and slowly said, "Devil Heaven." Lu Hai's body shook. A trace of scorn flashed in his eyes for that devil sect genius who possessed the heavenly devil's body. He was well aware of the other party's potential. Perhaps the other party's strength had already surpassed his at this moment. To be able to make Demon Heaven suffer. No wonder you have such strength. Lu Hai looked at Kang Chon once again. The killing intent in his eyes became even more intense. This kind of genius should definitely not be allowed to live. "Senior brother Lu, I want to fight him," the Black Demon King said with a scorching gaze. You are not his opponent. It is better to let senior brother come." Lu Hai was stunned, then shook his head. He could see that the Black Demon King's heart was full of battle intent. But he equally understood that Kang Chon's strength was comparable to an out-of-body stage seal. King Powerhouse. Even he had to be careful to cope with it. HMPH. I admit that I'm not his opponent in the spirit sealing space, but that's because I can't use my true essence in the spirit sealing space. Now, humph, the Black Demon King said. Without waiting for Lu Hai to speak, he rushed towards Kang Chon and blasted a straight punch. His speed was very fast. and his thick true essence surged out, forming a terrifying fist force that enveloped the entire space around Kangchon, causing some of the Heaven's Path sect disciples behind Kangchon to hastily retreat. HMPH. Kangchon snorted coldly and similarly punched out. Junior brother, Lu Hai was in a big hurry. Where did he expect that the Black Demon King would directly charge up? At this moment, it was already too late to prepare a rescue. The two of them, Kangchon and the Black Demon King, collided with each other in the sky. And in the midst of a roar, the Black Demon King stared wide-eyed, his face full of disbelief, as he felt an unrivaled force that surged from above Kangchon's fist, before destroying his arm and blasting him out of the sky. "You're too weak." Kangchon's icy voice rang in the Black Demon King's ears, and then his face flushed red as he sprayed out a mouthful of blood. "Junior brother." Lu Hai's face changed drastically as they hurriedly blocked Kangchon and exchanged blows with him. "You guys take care of junior brother. I'll take you guys to task if anything happens." While blocking Kangchon, Lu Hai transmitted his voice to those three Outblood stage powerhouses. He had called out this time, and everyone in the Black Demon sect knew that if something happened to the Black Demon King, his master would definitely not let him off, which was why Lu Hai was so nervous. "Don't worry, senior brother Lu, with us here. Junior brother is absolutely fine." The three out-of-body stage powerhouses patted their chests and assured one of their late out-of-body stage powerhouses rushed to take care of the Black Demon King. Fortunately, although Kangchon's punch was powerful, it didn't instantly kill the Black Demon King. It only caused the Black Demon King to lose his fighting strength. "It's all right. Is it really like this?" HMPH. With a cold snort, a golden-colored giant ape rushed in. His entire body fur was golden and emitted a blazing light. The entire person was like a golden sun. It was Little Gold, who displayed his main body before going berserk and exploding his strongest power. Not good. The faces of the three outbreeding stage powerhouses changed drastically, and that peak outbreeding stage powerhouse immediately rushed up and fought with Little Gold. Monkey Emperor. The Black Demon King's face turned even paler. Back when Little Gold had made a name for himself in the spirit sealing space, he could only look up to him. He didn't expect that after leaving the spirit sealing space, they were still so powerful that he couldn't fight them. Compared to them, can I still be considered a genius? The Black Demon King laughed bitterly, remembering that he had to adjust the Kang Heaven earlier, feeling a bit of self-inflicted shame. Although he was considered a top genius in the Black Demon King, and even in the cultivation world, he was a figure that could be ranked in the top 100. But unfortunately, in front of Kangchon and Xiaojin, he was blocked from all the light. Heaven escaping hand. In the sky, Kangchon suddenly roared, his long hair flying, his gaze like electricity, and the surging true essence in his body rushed out, like a monstrous wave rolling up in the ocean, engulfing the entire sky. As he erupted, an unrivaled overbearing aura rose up to the sky, like a long rainbow, penetrating the sky and breaking the heavens and earth. "It's this move again, Humph." Essence flashed in Lu Hai's eyes as he snorted coldly and was about to respond. But in the next moment, his eyes shrunk and his complexion was filled with anger. At this moment, in the sky above the crowd of Devil Dao disciples, a huge purple palm appeared, like a mountain suppressing down. As this astonishingly huge palm covered down, those Yuanying stage Devil Dao disciples each had a terrified look on their faces as they summoned up their true essence to resist this powerful force. Rumble. Under a series of explosions, the heaven escaping hand dissipated into starlight, but it also took away the lives of a dozen or so Devil Dao disciples. Damn it! Lu Hai's face was filled with rage as he roared and rushed towards Kangchon, and between the tumbling of the demonic blade in his hand, he shot out countless brilliant blade onings, blocking off all of the space in the area around Kangchon. Fighting with me and still dare to be distracted from killing. You seek death. Lu Hai's eyes were filled with anger. His body's true essence violently spewed out and exploded. The vast and endless energy, like a flood erupting off the levee, following the black demonic blade in his hand. He chopped out a 1,000-foot-long incandescent blade aura, killing Kang Chon. Sublime slash. Facing such a powerful attack, Kang Chon's gaze flickered, but he executed Sublime Chop to catch up, then killed from Lu Hai's side, using the method of instantaneous transfer to sneak attack Lu Hai.